Okay, let's get into it. For today's deep dive, we're focusing on consumer transparency. We're going to be analyzing the marketing claims around a product called the Bounce Portable Heater. You've probably seen the ads. The whole pitch is about speed and power. It's this small portable box that they say can warm up an entire room in, just a few moments. And it does this using something they call focused airflow, not the old slow heating coils.
Exactly. And what we're really doing here is looking at that gap between the promotional material and, well, the verifiable facts. We want to see how consumer confidence is built up. And just a quick disclaimer, this is all educational commentary. We're looking at marketing strategies. It's not medical advice and definitely not a product endorsement.
So where do we start? Well, we started with the most basic thing, the pictures. The first thing we found is that the product images on their website, they seem to be generic.
Right. They look like they've been copied from other sources on the internet. They don't look like original photos taken by the company itself.
And what does that imply?
Well, it immediately raises a question of accountability. You have to ask, is the company selling this heater the one who actually made it? Or are they just a reseller, maybe a drop shipper, using someone else's assets? And that blurring of origin, it complicates everything for you, the buyer. Things like warranty claims, quality control, you just don't know who's behind it.
That makes sense. And that actually leads right into our next point, the credibility game. The marketing makes these really big claims that the heater has been featured on CBS, USA Today, and Fox.
Which is a classic move.
Yeah, it's a brilliant way to build that instant trust, especially if the sourcing is a bit, fuzzy.
It absolutely is. They're borrowing the credibility of those big media names. But when we went looking, we found zero verifiable proof.
No links.
No links, no articles, no evidence at all to back up those claims. And that's a huge red flag. It suggests the campaign needs to borrow credibility instead of earning it on the product's own merit.
Okay, so from there, the strategy kind of pivots from building trust to applying pressure. The website has a constant, flat 50% discount. It's not a sale. It's just always there.
And that's combined with all that high-pressure language. Act fast. The countdown timers.
Those timers are everywhere.
Right. That continuous discount is what you might call value theater. The original price probably never existed. And when the focus is all on urgency, on getting you to buy now,
Tells you something.
it tells you they're more focused on a quick transaction than on building a long-term reputation for a quality product.
And speaking of quality, the performance claims are bold. Things like it warms entire rooms in seconds, not hours.
And industrial power and something you can carry with one hand.
Yes, they even use these proprietary sounding terms like focused airflow.
But the technical information is completely missing. That's the key problem here. They don't explain the tech, but more importantly, they omit the industry standard info.
Like what?
Well, where's the BTU rating, the certified wattage? And crucially, where are the third-party safety certifications like UL or ETL that prove the device isn't a fire hazard?
Ah.
Without those basic engineering facts, focus airflow is just, marketing jargon. It's noise designed to sound scientific.
So finally, we come to the numbers. The website boasts that they've sold over 100,000 units, a huge number.
A huge number. That should mean there's a lot of talk about it out there. But when you contrast that with what we found on independent platforms like Trustpilot,
Let me guess.
zero. Absolutely zero. Genuine reviews or user experiences for the Bounce Heater. That massive gap between their sales claims and the complete lack of verifiable consumer feedback is a major transparency concern. So when you put it all together, what you see is this consistent pattern. There's low accountability on sourcing. They manufacture credibility with endorsements that aren't real, and they use jargon instead of technical proof.
And top it all off with high-pressure sales tactics.
Exactly. It's a model that's built for quick, low accountability sales.
So what's the big takeaway for you listening to this? It's really about learning to look past the attractive marketing and focus on verifiable data. Look for those third-party reviews, the real technical specs. And here's a final thought to leave you with. If a company's main message is about how quickly you need to buy their product, what does that really say about the confidence they have in its quality? And how much time should you take to check their claims before you click buy?